My name is Leanne Sherrod. I'm a speech-language pathologist and the President and Chief Clinical Officer here at Expressible. Thank you for joining me to learn more about how and why play is used during speech therapy with children. In my years as a speech therapist, there's a comment I've heard quite a few times, particularly from families of younger children. They might say, "It looks like you're just playing with my child. Are they learning anything?" If your child is in speech therapy right now, you may be wondering the same thing. It's understandable that some caregivers think playing is actually taking a break from learning, but in fact, it's absolutely essential for language growth. For many people, especially kids, speech and language progress can't be made by completing worksheets or using flashcards. Speech therapy is about learning to use new communication strategies in your everyday life. And play is a big part of any child's daily routine. So let's explore how play is linked to language development and why it works so well during speech therapy. Play is a central part of early childhood development, especially when it comes to speech and language. Play is how children learn and explore the world around them, and playing actually mimics communicating. Think about it. Playing with others involves a back and forth exchange, just like a conversation. Rolling a ball or a toy car back and forth requires two people to complete the task. The same is true for communication. One person talks, the other responds, and so on. Play also helps children learn cause and effect relationships. For example, blocks can stack, but if you knock them, they'll all fall. Or if you push a toy car, it will drive on the track where you want it to go. That cause and effect comprehension is another big way that children increase their communication skills. Typically, when a toddler begins to use new words to communicate, it's a cause and effect relationship. The child says a word, then gets what they requested in return. Yet another aspect of play that links to communication is joint attention. Joint attention is what happens when two people are focused on the same thing. Think about times you play and interact with your child. Do they ever give you a look or a smile as if to say, "Wow, did you see that?" That right there is joint attention. Purposeful engagement during play can't exist without joint attention. The same is true for purposeful communication. So we know how important play is to a child's development. That's a big reason speech therapists use play activities during therapy. Rest assured, when we spend a session putting together puzzles or even blowing bubbles, we're not just playing. Your speech therapist chose that activity for a reason, and they're constantly getting information from everything your child does. Here's an example. During a session, your therapist might focus on stacking blocks and knocking them down. Or they may ask your child questions while playing with a doll. Where do baby's socks go? This isn't just playing, it's therapy and education masked as play. Your speech therapist may be targeting important language goals for your child, such as following multi-step directions, understanding functional object use, or verbalizing responses to WH questions. By meeting children within their playful nature, we're helping them make speech and language strides in a setting that feels familiar and natural. Here's another example. Say your therapist encourages you to sit down with your little one and bring your toy barn and farm animals. They could be setting up to address things like object labels such as cow, horse, pig, barn, hay, truck, or verbs like go to sleep, cow, or the pig is eating. They could be focusing on WH questions such as, what is the pig eating? Or who feeds the animals? Or the task could be following directions. Put the horse in the barn. There are so many skills that can be targeted through fun activities like these. When it comes to what a speech therapist can address with a child using play, the only limit is your imagination. And let's go back for a minute to the idea of a fun activity. The more enjoyable speech therapy is, the more engaged kiddos will be, and the faster they'll learn. Remember, we want therapy sessions to be fun and meaningful for kids. Speech therapists work hard to get to know the children they serve, learn what they enjoy and are motivated by, and then weave that into their sessions. We want to follow the child's lead and use their favorite toys and games to target their speech and language goals. Everyone wins that way. So, before we wrap up, here are some key points to remember. Play is an important part of early childhood development, and it's how children learn and explore. Playing actually mimics communicating. It helps children learn cause and effect relationships, and it also helps them learn joint attention or how to focus on the same thing as another person. All of these skills are needed for language development. While it may look like your speech therapist is just playing with your child, they choose each activity for a reason, and they're constantly getting information from everything your child does. Remember, the more fun speech therapy is for your kiddo, the more engaged they'll be, and the faster they'll learn.